بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الدرس الثامن, lesson number 8. Again, inshallah ta'ala, I'll read through this short passage and then we'll derive the rules and discuss the rules and also walk you through the exercises that you need to do in this lesson. هذا الرجل تاجر وذلك الرجل طبيب. This man is a merchant and that man is a doctor. اسم التاجر محمود واسم الطبيب سعيد. The merchant's name is Mahmoud and the doctor's name is Sa'id. هذا البيت للتاجر وذلك البيت للطبيب. This house belongs to the merchant and that house belongs to the doctor. بيت التاجر أمام المسجد وبيت الطبيب خلف المدرسة. The merchant's house is in front of the masjid and the doctor's house is behind the school. لمن هذه السيارة ولمن تلك. Whose is this car and whose is that one? هذه السيارة للطبيب وتلك للتاجر. This car belongs to the doctor and that one belongs to the merchant. هذه السيارة من اليابان وتلك من أمريكا. This car is from Japan and that one is from America. So الآن في هذا الدرس, in this lesson, نتعلم, we learn using the demonstrative noun with a definite noun. Before we saw this, we saw something like this. هذا رجل. Okay, and that was a simple sentence, a basic sentence. Now we have a sentence. This is a man. Because هذا is a definite noun and رجل indefinite. We know it's indefinite, remember, because it has two dhammas, tanween, that sign. But now we're seeing this. هذا الرجل. Now this is a noun phrase. This is not a sentence. Now this translates as this man. Now we need an indefinite noun to complete this sentence. As we saw in this dialogue, we're going to use exactly the same sentence. هذا الرجل تاجر is a merchant. Okay, so هذا الرجل تاجر. We got this by using the demonstrative noun with a definite noun. هذا الرجل, this man. Okay, what about him? We now need to complete the information, complete the sentence. تاجر is a merchant. So in this lesson, we're learning the usage of the demonstrative noun هذا, هذه, ذلك, تلك with a definite noun to make it this thing, to make it a whole definite noun phrase, not a sentence, because then we need an indefinite noun to complete the sentence, as we can see here. Okay. Also, in this lesson, let's rub this out quickly, we learn the usage of another way of saying something belongs to someone. Okay. Before we learnt the mudaf ilayh, the possessive construction in lesson 5. You can go back to lesson 5 to review that. But in this lesson now, we learn هذا البيت, for example, this house. هذا البيت, this house, للتاجر. للتاجر. Now li, this lam with kasra li, this is called lam al-mulk, the lam of possession, to show that something belongs to someone. And it also appears in a question right here. We say liman. Liman ذلك. Liman ذلك الكتاب, for example. Whose is that book? Who does that book belong to? Okay, liman. You say هذا الكتاب أو ذلك الكتاب, that book, لمحمد, it belongs to Muhammad. So this is the way of saying للتاجر, للطبيب, it belongs to that person you're talking about. Okay, للولد, it belongs to the boy. So there's many ways that you can show this. Okay, many ways you can show this. So let me quickly rub this out also and show you another rule that we have in this lesson. Because we have, even though it's a short passage, there's quite a few rules that are beneficial that will take our Arabic to the next level. Okay, so the next thing that we have is when we had amama and khalfa. Amama and khalfa, meaning amama and khalfa. These are what we call adverbs of place. Adverbs of place. Now, in this dialogue, it says, in this sentence here, Baytul Tajiri, the merchant's house, Amama al-Masjidi, is in front of the masjid. Now, Amama, we use it as a possessive construction. So we say Amama al-Bayti. And the noun that comes after it takes kasra. Okay? Amama al-Bayti, like this. In front of the house. Same as khalfa. When we use khalfa, it's also used as a possessive construction. Khalf al-masjidi, the noun that comes after it must take khasra. Oh, kasra, sorry. Khalf al-masjidi, behind the masjid. So these are ways that we say in front of, behind, amama. If someone says, Aina anta, where are you? Ana amama al-masjidi, I'm in front of the masjid. Or ana khalful madrasati, or I am behind the school. This is how we use amama and khalfa. So as for the exercises now, as you can see here is 6 and 7 from the previous page. Though that exercise was asking you a number of questions that you need to answer these questions based on the information in that short passage, inshallah. As for this question number 2, Iqra waqtub, and I'm sure you guys now know what that means. Iqra waqtub. So Iqra هذه الجمل, read these sentences, واكتبها, and write them. And these sentences are going to reinforce all the rules that we have learnt so far in general. هذا الولد خالد, this boy is Khalid. وذلك الولد Muhammad, and that boy is Muhammad. For example, observing that rule that we just learnt of using a demonstrative noun, هذا and ذلك, with a definite noun, and then the need of a noun to complete that sentence to make it have a good, complete meaning. Then here, down here, it says number 3, exercise number 3. Okay, there it says اقرأ المثال الآتي ثم حول الجمل الآتية مثله. Read the following example and then change the following sentences to follow its example. مثال هذا كتاب. It says هذا كتاب. That becomes هذا الكتاب لمحمد. This book belongs to Muhammad. So again, practicing the usage of that rule of using the lam to show belonging to someone. So if we look at the first one here, on the top page here, هذا طبيب. This is a doctor. Okay. هذا الطبيب من الهند. This doctor is from India. So you're going to, basically what you need to do is take this هذا طبيب, okay, and change it to make it follow the rule that we've learned in this lesson, where it becomes هذا الطبيب. Okay, this doctor. What about him? Min al-Hindi. So you're not changing anything except for the first part of the sentence, okay? So if you look at the next one, it says هذه سيارة. What are you going to change that to? You need to make it now هذه السيارة by making it definite like this. هذه السيارة. Okay? And then you're going to tell us the rest of it. للمدير belongs to the headmaster. So that's the exercise number 3. Then exercise number 4 over here. اقرأ المثال الآتي ثم كون أسئلة وأجوبة مثله. It says read the following example and then form أسئلة, questions, وأجوبة, and answers like it. So the question here is, we have a picture of a book. So as you can see, you only have a picture of the object, and then in the brackets, a name of a person. So in the example, the question that was produced is Liman hadha al-kitab? Whose is this book? So I added Liman hadha and made the noun definite to make the question. Liman, whose is this, basically. Hadha al-kitabu li Muhammadin. This book belongs to Muhammad, using the name in the brackets. So now we have this number one. What is this noun? It looks like a qalam, a pen. So he says, for example, Liman hadha al-qalamu. Whose is this pen? Let me write it right here for you. It's going to become Liman hadha al-qalamu. Okay. Question mark. Whose is this pen? To whom does this pen belong to? Here we have Abbas. So we're going to say هذا القلم yes, هذا القلم لعباس just like this. And you're going to do that for the rest of the exercise. That will go on to the next page also, inshallah. So now the next exercise we have is exercise number 5. تأمل الأمثلة الآتية. Ponder over the following examples. So here we have a few different types of words in terms of how the noun ends, the letters that the noun ends with. So here we have al-baytu. Now fi, what kind of word is fi? Lesson 4, harful jar, a preposition. Fil bayti. Al-baytu fil bayti. So the house, inside the house. Min al-bayti, from the house. Ila al-bayti, to the house. This is not a sentence, this is a noun phrase, a prepositional phrase, showing you the difference that occurs when I add these prepositions before the noun. It makes the noun take kasra. Okay, but now we have a type of noun that ends in alif. And we have these two types of alif. Alif al-maqsura, which what in alif maqsura is one that looks like ya. Okay, and alif mamduda is the tall alif. Okay, this is what they're called in the Arabic language. Alif maqsura, alif mamduda. So here we have al-mustashfa, fil mustashfa, min al-mustashfa, ila al-mustashfa. So it's just to show you that when we have nouns like this, they do not take kasra. They do not take kasra. So it's just to be aware of this. America, Almania, which means Germany. Al-mustashfa being hospital. America we know is America. Almania is Germany. These nouns end in either one of these two alifs, so they cannot take kasra. They cannot take kasra. So it's just to point that out and to be aware when you're reading it. So when we go to this exercise now, up here, where it says اقرأ واكتب هذا الطبيب من إنكلترا. So now it's got the alif again. So you're not going to say من إنكلتري because there's an alif there. It cannot take the kasra. Okay. ذهب حامد إلى فرنسا. Again, إلى makes whatever comes after it take kasra. However, because of this alif at the end of this word, it is not allowed to take kasra. So just practice reading the rest of those sentences, observing this rule, inshallah. Then the last exercise, exercise number 6, اقرأ, read. And this is just to practice the rule that I taught you about amama and khalfa. Amama and khalfa, as we can see here. Amama right here, khalfa right here. As-saburatu, which means the whiteboard. As-saburatu amama talibi is in front of the student. وهي خلف المدرس, and it is behind the teacher. So that is the usage of amama and khalfa. As I said to you, it makes whatever noun comes after it take kasra. Okay, it looks like a preposition, but this rule is called mudaf ilay, the possession and the possessor. Okay, that's the rule that is applied here when we use adverbs of both time and place. And this one is at the moment an adverb for place. So inshallah ta'ala, any questions as normal, please share them with me. Anything that you want me to explain in further detail for you, get in contact with me, and we'll be glad to help you in your pursuit of the Arabic language. Jazakum Allahu khaira. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.